Who do we want?
Roosie!
When do we want her?
Now!
Because what did she do?
Everything! Roosie! Roosie! Roosie!
So back in January 3rd, China had one of its biggest news in search volume since they were plugged into the internet, I believe, because this influencer, called IAmRoosie, dropped a nuke saying that she's hit the big 30 now, all the top male celebrities have slept with her, and her life is now complete. And then she dropped hookup allegations on half of China's male pop stars. Rosie, I feel like that's not what we meant with let's start the year off with a bang. Hey, did you hear about this actor called Xiaodi? So obsessed with her, apparently he booked her a hotel room and flew her across the country. What, not impressed? Good. That was me just clearing my throat. What about this? Ex-K-pop idol, national heartthrob. Apparently he dressed up as a girl just so he can have a dinner date with her without getting caught by his own fans. See, turns out Rosie likes her men the way she likes her Halloween. Dressed up for the occasion. So when that all happened earlier this year, as Rosie dropped more and more allegations, the collateral damage began to hit not just the idols involved, but also their loved ones, as girlfriends were seen having meltdowns on a national scale because their actual boyfriend is lying in bed with somebody else. For example, we find out Rosie also had a thing with this idol who kept forgetting his shirt at Rosie's apartment, which turned out to be his signature move because his other situationship also saw Rosie's post and decided to call him out on the internet because she thought she was the only one getting his laundry. Idol fans also had meltdowns on a national scale because their internet boyfriend is lying in bed with somebody else. One of the fans, for example, saw this picture of Luhan in a Rosie post. Luhan, by the way, is like the Justin Bieber of China. So this fan, upon witnessing the desecration of her idol, decided the correct response was to personally call Rosie and demand an explanation. And Rosie, being Rosie, picked up that call.
Huh?
喂，
小迪和鹿晗的事是真的吗？小迪？
不想回答，晚安哦。因为我们本身就是朋友。
哦，姐姐，你跟鹿晗他们是朋友是吗？
对。
哦，好的。那鹿晗，那你跟鹿晗真的睡过吗？
啊？
因为他们说你发了床照呀。
没有，那是大家喝醉酒了做鬼脸。
哦，我是说鹿晗那张耶。
他也喝醉了。
啊，只是喝醉了躺一张床上是吗？
拜拜。
Well, if anything, that just made it worse. Do you understand the level of I don't give a fuck Rosie is operating on to drop hookup allegations nobody asked for, by the way, 3 days into the new year on idols adored by teens across the country? And then the second somebody actually calls to ask about it, she picks up the phone just to say, I don't want to talk about it. Meanwhile, lawsuit threats from every single one of those idols piling up behind her, careers on the line, and her response to all that is, I'm going to bed. Sometimes life is worth living just to see moments like this. But then, as the situation gets a slightly bit more out of hand, on the 8th of January, 5 days after the initial incident, Roosie's boss, Wang Dafa, jumped out of nowhere to claim that she ignored the company's objections and made irresponsible remarks online, causing a huge waste of resources and negative social impact. Well, actually, I think negative social impact is debatable. Pretty sure it was just a boring Saturday until Rosie came along. But the boss didn't really stop there because Wang Dafa dropped not one, but two 30-minute videos spilling the tea on Rosie, and her side of the story was this. That night when it all happened, Rosie was allegedly in a bad mood, so she took some pills, and under the influence, she spiraled while she dropped all these allegations without even fully knowing what she was doing. And then after that, there were multiple attempts to reconcile, all of them failed because they were trying to speak to Rosie on the phone while she was high. So in an act of desperation and last resort, she filed a lawsuit and asked the court to get Rosie's account banned indefinitely. She also didn't forget to tell us the reason why the male idols never dared to sue Rosie is because she is dead broke, have nothing to lose, and is always in a terrible mental state, which means if you try to ruin her life, she will do anything she can to ruin yours right back. But then her boss, Miss Wang, was apparently willing to take one for the team, ending the rampage herself so nobody else had to with that lawsuit. Hey, which sounds pretty damn noble at first, until you realize the reason why her boss got famous and rich was because she ran livestream scams on Douyin. But then get this, she was banned by the government in 2025 because her main business activities is essentially hiring attractive girls to weasel their way into celebrity circles, and then she would drop the information information on people's private lives she learnt through those girls just like paparazzi. The most ironic thing is that netizens are speculating Roosie learnt the gossip game working for Wang Dafa. And then she likely went rogue and dropped all the tea before Wang Dafa could set up a system to profit off the gossip, hence why the lawsuit also includes a 2 million yuan back payment. But then on Roosie's end, from February all the way through to July, Roosie's account just, well, it just kept going. Roosie also gained a significant following count with barely any backlash, whilst netizens also began to notice, yeah, hey, Wang Dafa's kinda right, because despite receiving a wide range of legal threats from all the idols she dropped allegations on, none of them actually pursued further and actually sued her. The only notable punishment Roosie did get hit with was a temporary suspension on TikTok where she wasn't allowed to stream for a little bit of time. But that's like a slap on the wrist, basically. But other than that, well, she just kept going about her day. Everything's back to normal. This is Roosie with a bestie in April. This is Roosie at a park in May. This is Roosie on a walk on a beautiful day in June. This is matter of fact Roosie having a whimsical day right before she was unbanned from streaming. Oh shit! Oh no, that's bad. That's really bad for the year. Roses are red, violets are blue. Today we have an old friend who has brought us something new. July 6, 2026, regular ass Monday this time, Roosie hopped on a livestream, claiming that the idols insisted on sleeping with her, so she had no choice but to indulge them.
也没男人鸟我呀，妈呀！你是没看到你哥在我床上有多卖力的时候。我怕跟你说你破防，送上门的求了，都是他们求，非就是好像那个鸭子一样，非得跟我睡，那怎么办呢？姐只能宠幸他们。
So after hopping off that bombshell of a livestream, Roosie then decided to come back and finish off what she had started, as Roosie just decided to show up in this other idol's fan club on Weibo to run a giveaway where the prize is his t-shirt if they get her to 1.1 million followers. This one, by the way, is the exact one she claimed he accidentally left at her apartment, if you remember from earlier, Tan Jiansi, the guy with a special move. And you know what? I am genuinely not sure how the fans feel about this one, but clearly they were torn, because on one hand she was kicked out of the fan club super topic pretty much immediately, but on the other hand, nobody stopped the actual raffle from happening because this lucky fan managed to actually get his black t-shirt. So I think the most insulting thing about this whole move is that it subtly implies that he's left behind more than one shirt at her apartment. Although Roosie also didn't forget to leave a jab before she got kicked out, where she left a message in the fans group chat saying their idol is the same height as her when she was wearing slippers, as well as giving a jealous fan a piece of information as she told them that it wasn't once but 100 times where they've slept together. And he even cooked her rice noodle this one time, hence why at the beginning of the year she gave him the nickname Rice Noodle Prince, when she dropped a couple spicy chat logs with Tan Jiansi. So after that whole incident, within an hour, Roosie then dropped another post claiming cards on the table now, never even bought a ticket to Luhan's concert once. How mad do you guys think these Delulu girls are now? Today my urge to share is very strong, don't fuck with me or else I'ma post something else. If you see it, you might die from slamming your head into a wall. You think she came off pretty strong, huh? But I'm gonna tell you, this one really could have been avoided, because it's not like she didn't give the Luhan fans a warning before she did this. You see, Roosie, right, has had a history of mentioning Luhan multiple times in the past, saying that he is her favorite, and she even commented under a tier list made by netizens where they actually ranked Roosie's hookup top to bottom, and she called it out, saying it's not accurate at all because Luhan is nowhere near the top. So I guess now the Luhan fans weren't really happy about her second coming, because they were trying to call her out for spilling the tea. How can Luhan possibly be related to you? He's been a heartthrob since high school. Has he never seen pretty girls before? Don't try to get involved with him, okay? Go sleep early and stop going crazy. Luhan baby, she's about to make me lose it. If they push me too far, I'll say anything. Hey, so I guess they did push her too far, because in this revenge post dedicated specifically to break the Luhan fans' hearts, we get a loaded 6-grid screenshot of her intimate chats all the way from the beginning until the end. I'm gonna tell you the significance of this, because last time when Roosie dropped allegations on Luhan, people had a rough idea that he might have been cheating on his long-term girlfriend of 8 years, right? Her name is Guan Xiaodi. But then, that was only a speculation because we didn't really get a stable timeline to work with. But this time, well, since Roosie gave us a chat history, this allows the netizens to do some detective work and piece together a whole timeline, which means Roosie pretty much came out and told the fans indirectly that the reason why your idol broke up with his sweetheart was because of me. So 2023 July 26th, this is the first screenshot we get. Luhan apparently bought tickets for Roosie and her bestie, so I guess she shared that as an appetizer to really prove the point that she's never paid for a ticket in Luhan's concert. And in this screenshot, I guess someone is really scared that Roosie doesn't know how to use these tickets, huh? Because damn, this man gave her a step-by-step guide just to make sure she can get into the concert and use tickets correctly. Well, I guess there are Luhan fans and then there are Luhan fans. Hey, big difference. One gets a tutorial from Red Note on how to use the tickets, and the other one just gets a tutorial directly from Luhan. And of course, Roosie does seem to be pretty happy, promised to see him in Shanghai and everything. And I think the excitement is pretty mutual because I've just never seen a guy respond like a minion before to a text.
Hola.
And then comes screenshot 2. And this is where Roosie tells Luhan she's arrived and she's very excited, so I do like the fact that we get a bit of continuation. Now, this is also the same time period where Luhan's long-term girlfriend also came to visit in the same tour, so this is definitely an overlap with Roosie. Okay, so in this one, Roosie also sent him a photo with a compliment below telling him that he looks handsome today and then told him to get some rest as well after he finished the concert. But that's nothing compared to screenshot 3. Because hey, judging from how Luhan is responding, I guess whatever happened at those concerts, or should I say after those concerts, haha, must have had this idol pretty head over heels for Roosie. Cause I mean, let's see, 1 audio call, 2 video calls, 1 audio call again, and then followed by another video call all in the span of a day on the 19th of January, and Roosie didn't even pick up. Of course, Roosie also didn't forget to add fuel to the fire by including a little caption that you almost could have missed if you didn't look carefully enough, and it says, "I love a little clingy boy." So in screenshot 4, Luhan seems to have sent her 8,888 yuan, which is about 1.3k US dollars. I like how fast this is moving. We started off with the tickets and now we're up to bands. I also like the fact that we do see the relationship progress. From Luhan at the beginning, he's kind of commercial, very nonchalant, very cool. And then Luhan starts overextending himself, and then he's dialed it back, and now we have a healthy flirting relationship. Because look at that, they're doing the classic, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? At my grandma's house? Screenshot 5, screenshot 5. Screenshot 5 comes along, and it continues at grandma's house, where the two appears to be going back and forth trying to plan a video call, but then because Roosie is back at her village, and the layout of the house according to Roosie is that the toilet is next to the kitchen, and there is people in the house, so Roosie tells him she'll only call him back when she gets back to her place. Which is pretty valid, because you don't want one of those situationship video calls while your family is within hearing distance. But then Luhan does seem pretty keen to call, huh? Even gave her a little playful sulk, telling her that he's gonna start ignoring her now. Then in screenshot number 6, we get another invitation from Luhan where Roosie gets to go to another one of his events again. And that's the never-ending cycle of a situationship. So after Roosie drops the 6 death pills, Luhan's fan group immediately organized themselves and posted a group-wide statement. And the reason they felt the urge to do that was because on Luhan's end, all bro did was repost a generic PR statement he posted last time Roosie dropped allegations on him. And then the fans saw that and was just like, hey Luhan, let's at least try and beat the allegations. So that's why the fan group statement reads kind of like a super passive aggressive email. And it is clearly a complaint towards Luhan because of his lack of proper response to Roosie, because here's how it reads. We understand the difficulties of protecting our rights against rumors and have no intention of judging the right or wrong of your current strategies. However, in the current information environment, the principle of the innocent will clear themselves is no longer sufficient to combat organized misrepresentation. The passive-aggressive approach of not communicating with or expressing our stance towards the fans is also causing trust to continue to erode. You know, I like how they talk in first person as if they're the agency. And then after posting this statement, they kicked Luhan out of his own fan group. To make things worse for the Luhan fans, the netizens also banded together to make fun of them as a collective, because I mean, how much trust can you guys possibly have in this innocent brand image? Acting like this man is not trying to actively bob and weave cheating allegations. Well, let's see, Luhan brought her tickets. Okay, well, must have been the website. Website's broken. Oh, situationship and girlfriend both at the same tour. Well, concerts are for everybody, obviously. What? Luhan's girlfriend stopped publicly wishing him happy birthday after that? Well, maybe she's wishing him happy birthday in private. What? Luhan's girlfriend sued Roosie? well, this is now clearly between her and Roosie. Leave our boy out of this. But no, actually, on a serious note, saying Luhan isn't compatible with his ex-girlfriend after he was caught allegedly cheating is one thing, but asking his ex-girlfriend to come out and defend him for cheating allegations is a whole other level of idol worshipping. So right after the Luhan incident, Roosie pressed on the attack as she decided to upload a new batch of hookup allegations, sending the wider Chinese male celebrity scene in shambles again. Hey, the idol fans really kicked the hornet's nest this time, huh? So what we then managed to get is a Weibo post with what appears to be half her photo gallery with a very nice description. How about I give you 2 days to indulge? I really love you all, so how about 18 pictures? Oh, this one's for us, Roosie? Of course, Roosie has also personally assured us that she is obviously still keeping in contact with all these stars, just to make sure we know the tea she's serving us is not cold. So the first couple images we got is what appears to be a WeChat video call screenshotted, where the idol on screen is Luhan again. I like how Roosie blocked out his face in both of these, just to give the idol fans a bit of hope. Like, oh my god, it's Luhan. Or is it? No, it is. Because in the bottom corner, she left a little clue just in case you can't tell who it is. Along with those photos of Luhan, we also got a live photo where she seems to be chilling in Luhan's house, which indirectly caused Luhan's interior design to go viral, trending on Weibo as netizens started making fun of his terrible furniture choices in his $1 million mansion. Jeez, after seeing the photos posted by Roosie, I was surprised to find Luhan's house was decorated so sloppily. Yeah, forget about the hookup allegations. I think the real question is, what am I supposed to do with these chairs? Like, am I supposed to lean back on these bad boys when I sit down, or am I doing a core and neck exercise? Because the top half of my back, just like the Luhan fans, is not getting any support. But along with those Luhan images, we also got to see a few images overlap the allegations she dropped last time, like this screenshot, for example, between her chat with this top rapper called Fan Chengcheng, aka Adam Fan, where it looks like in this screenshot she wished Adam Fan happy birthday, and then she also asked him whether or not she's the first one because, well, she did time it at 12 AM sharp. Something tells me the competition must be pretty strong with Adam Fan. Now this one's actually pretty interesting because you see how Adam's profile picture is just blank in these screenshots? Yeah, that's what it looks like only if you're blocked by somebody on WeChat, which led to a lot of people to speculate that he must have just blocked her last time she dropped hookup allegations on him, because back in January, she also did post about Adam saying that he's the only boy she's ever loved during her youth, so a lot of people were like, we smell trouble. But then the thing was, she proceeded to drop a pretty unconvincing video where they were at a karaoke booth, and another video where they were at a pool lounge. Because, I mean, the energy in both these clips were kind of given two friends chilling in a public space 6 feet apart because they're not sleeping together. And then right after those posts of Adam went public, his team responded immediately saying, no, they met at a large social gathering and only exchanged nods of greetings out of social etiquette, implying that this is not a thing. And then warned her not to do it again, not to spill more tea on Adam, or else she's gonna get sued. He also personally reacted to it by posting a TikTok with a few vomiting emojis, so I guess it's a no from Adam Fan. But hey, evidently Roosie took it differently, because the first thing she did when she hopped back on livestream was spill the tea on Adam Fan again, saying that when she added him on WeChat IRL, she got like a little peek of his phone, and she saw that every single message on this guy's WeChat is just girls calling him husband, and then the moment she said that, surprise, surprise, Roosie actually gets sued by Adam Fan. And in his statement this time, he claims that Roosie has been defaming Adam for a very long time, and they have evidence of all the defamatory content she's been posting. And because she kept bringing Adam Fan up again and again, well, since that's the case, see you in court. You know what? I have a feeling bro logged into his PR account and wrote that statement himself. Although the funniest thing was that when Luhan fans saw that, they were even more outraged, demanding that Luhan's studio should just learn from Adam Fan's PR response, because look at how he handled the situation. Hey, what if the reason Luhan can't do that is because he actually did it? You know? But then again, there's also a possibility that Roosie was just there for a haircut. I mean, that's gotta be why he kept these hair salon chairs, right? Other notable screenshots include this one where she appeared to be at a private concert with singer Zhang Yishan, and this of course continues with last time she dropped allegations on the same singer where she called him young master, and apparently he buys her snacks. We also have this Nepo baby called Polka Z, who is a new character. And by the way, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like Polka Z gives me Adam Fan vibes. But then the thing about him is that he does not want to be there. He actually went to confront Roosie IAmRoosie about this whole thing, saying that they're just friends and he wasn't too happy about Roosie including him in a post. And he even got her to admit that she just wanted to post him because apparently she ate too much candy and just wanted to post the hot guy in the photo collages while she was feeling a little funky. Which sounds like it's supposed to be allegations cleared, right, in Poker's favor. But unfortunately, netizens then started to attack him because he posted this screenshot in an attempt to clear his name, but then people picked up on the nickname he gave to Roosie, which is Roosie and then Beijing. Which, you know, netizens with experience are saying they don't think regular friends sort each other by city. Sounds a lot like roster management. Resulting in a dirty delete by Poker and allegations back on the table. As of now though, Roosie is still alive and well, and even went live again to tell netizens that she is done with C Entertainment, as everybody she ever wanted to sleep with, well, she has already slept with, maybe she'll retire. Or maybe she'll move on to K-pop, I don't know. But I guess when that does happen, then you will hear